All right, welcome back everybody to Altcoin Daily. My name is Aaron. Today we're going to jump right in. I want to talk about the latest and greatest pieces of news going on in crypto right now. We have some news coming out of Fidelity, CFTC, Amazon, and of course our continued macro analysis, long-term outlook, perspective, all that and more, just like you're used to getting at Altcoin Daily. If you appreciate our daily content, do me a favor, hit that like button. Let's take a look at the price. So just a moment ago, Bitcoin was at the top of this wick. Just a second ago, Bitcoin was at 5,560. And you can see the progress we've been making. This is the hour chart. You can see the progress we've been making just in the past couple days alone, which means if you, about a week ago, if you would have invested when Bitcoin was at 5,500, and then the second you invested, the Bitfinex Tether news hit and Bitcoin dropped 500 points. Bitcoin went from 5,500 about a week ago, dropped all the way down to about 5,000. We consolidated near that $5,000 price point. If you just would have held, well, today we just got past that. And if we're taking a look at the whole year, guess what? Bitcoin is near 2019 highs. We peaked for the year so far at 5,600 approximately, and we are very close to our peak. Are you bearish on Bitcoin or are you bullish? This surprising research from Fidelity, it's guaranteed to turn even the most ferocious Bitcoin bear into a raging bull. So Fidelity Digital Assets, which is a subsidiary of the world's largest asset manager with 2.46 trillion in assets under management, of course, you know Fidelity, they said in a research paper that institutional investments in Bitcoin and other crypto assets are likely to increase over the next 5 years. This is a very recent article. It was a Medium post. It was just released May 2nd, so just today. Right, and you can see the original source of this information if you click on Fidelity's tweet. But a quote from this research read, nearly half of the respondents, about 47%, appreciate that digital assets are an innovative technology play. 46% find digital assets low correlation to other assets among the most appealing of characteristics. And then, of course, 74% of financial advisors and 80% of family offices view the characteristics of digital assets most favorably. The research of Fidelity Assets comes after Tom Jessup, who's the head of the firm. He said in an interview with The Block that out of 450 institutions that they surveyed, 20%, or 90 institutions, were already invested in the crypto market. Quote, "We just completed a survey of about 450 institutions, so everything from family offices to registered investment advisors to hedge funds, and it's interesting. I think about 20% indicated that they are currently allocated to digital assets with an intention to grow that." And of course, when they say family offices, they're not talking about your local, your town dentist. They're talking about the Buffett family office. They're talking about the Roosevelt family office, the big rich family offices, the Trump family office. So why is institutional interest in crypto increasing? Well, in recent months, especially in the first quarter of 2019, the institutional sector of crypto has seen significant progress in strengthening custodial services and infrastructure. So think about this. For institutions, whether the price of Bitcoin is at yearly highs or yearly lows, it's less important. Rather, the quality of custodial services and whether the infrastructure that supports the crypto market can handle large institutional demand, that's what's key. And we are seeing better custodial services and better solutions like this coming forward. Which brings us to our next story, what we're all waiting on, the CFTC to approve these institutions. So CFTC chair says explosion of interest in crypto may spawn new clearinghouses. So the U.S. Commodity Futures Trading Commission, the CFTC, expects to see more companies apply to become federally regulated clearinghouses as a result of the growing interest in cryptocurrencies. Chairman J. Christopher Giancarlo, who has always been positive towards Bitcoin and crypto, testifying on the state of the CFTC, said in his opening remarks that the clearinghouse his agency regulates, he said in his opening remarks that the clearinghouses that his agency regulates are critical single points of risk in the global financial system, which continue to grow and become more complex. The agency regulates a number of registered clearinghouses within the U.S., as well as 6 located overseas, and has exempted 4 foreign clearinghouses. The number will grow, Giancarlo said, especially with the introduction of crypto futures. He added, the Commission anticipates new applications for clearinghouse registration resulting from the explosion of interest in cryptocurrencies, an area in which protection of the cryptocurrency will be one of the highest risks. So let's put these 2 articles together, right? What we're hearing is that it doesn't necessarily matter so much whether the price is at yearly highs or at yearly lows. Right now, Bitcoin's price is $5,520. What matters most is the clearinghouses and also the custody services. As Giancarlo, CFTC chairman, said, it is a big risk, and in order to regulate and approve these custodial and clearinghouse solutions, we really have to make sure that things are going okay. So, you know what? Maybe there was a chance that the CFTC thought that, hey, maybe this Bitcoin crypto thing will go away. Well, what they're seeing here is that there's more of an explosion of interest now than ever before. If BACT doesn't get approved this year, if BACT doesn't get approved next year, that doesn't bother me. If BACT never gets approved, I don't think that's going to, be necessarily the driving force behind Bitcoin. I think that people are. But nevertheless, I actually think it will get approved eventually, along with many, many other institutional solutions. And in my opinion, this is a long-term green flag for Bitcoin. Moving on. Amazon announces general availability of Amazon managed blockchain, making it easy and cost-effective to deploy blockchain networks. So this announcement was just made April 30th, so just a few days ago. Amazon Managed Blockchain is a blockchain as a service and is geared towards helping customers to manage and create blockchain networks within their organizations. In addition to this, Amazon Managed Blockchain is said to be utilizing popular open source frameworks such as Hyperledger Fabric and soon Ethereum. Do we have any Ethereum holders out there? Amazon notes that creating a blockchain network is oftentimes complex and time-consuming, which discourages some customers from exploring the technology. AMB will instead supposedly give businesses the option to deploy blockchain networks at a low cost more quickly than deploying them from scratch. So it looks like they're giving nulls a little competition, right? And a lot of other altcoins. The general manager for Amazon Managed Blockchain, AWS, Rahul Pathak, also went on to summarize the advantages associated with AMB. Amazon Managed Blockchain takes care of provisioning nodes, setting up the network, managing certificates and security, and scaling the network. Customers can now get a functioning blockchain network set up quickly and easily so they can focus on application development instead of keeping a blockchain network up and running. And you can read the whole story. That was pretty much it. They just released this information. Story was just released 5 hours ago. This is my take. Is Amazon Blockchain Solutions going to be great for cryptocurrency? It might be something, it might be nothing. A lot of companies probably don't really need blockchains for their database. Of course, some do. I think in general, this is good for the sentiment that cryptocurrency is here to stay. This is a baby step in some news that I hope to eventually share with you guys on this channel, and that is eventually that Amazon accepts Bitcoin. And we'll see. We'll see about that. We'll see what's happening. I want to jump into a little bit of charts. Before we get to that, guys, if you're finding value in our video, either feel free to subscribe to our channel for daily videos keeping you informed, or give the video a like if you appreciate this kind of content. But check this out, guys. Bitcoin transactions reach new highs while fees remain low. So the blue line is transactions, the red line is fees. And you can see that Bitcoin transactions are pretty much the highest they have ever been, while the fees are way low. Not the lowest they've ever been, but definitely much lower than they were in late 2017 and near the low side. Which brings me to my next point. The last 24 hours have seen 471,000 transactions on the Bitcoin blockchain. That's greater than any day except the 14th of December 2017. Buckle up. Also, think about this, and this is regarding different, what would you call them? Businesses, institutions buying Bitcoin for their reserves. So Coinbase is now buying 20,000 Bitcoins per month. Greyscale is buying 6,000 Bitcoins per month. And it now looks like Square is also buying 6,000 Bitcoins per month. So out of the 54,000 Bitcoins that are mined per month, that are mined by miners, that's already half the emission accounted for by these three companies alone. Now you know why we're heading up. And I guess it seems that the only thing you really need to have a successful Bitcoin crypto tweet is to say some interesting facts about Bitcoin, and then at the end put a positive sentiment and a little rocket ship. It's weird that both these tweets kind of end the same way. And that is it for me, my friends. Feel free to follow us on our Twitter at Altcoin Daily. My brother and I, we're crypto enthusiasts and investors just like you, not experts. We're on this journey together. And this is probably information and news you probably don't get from the mainstream media. The mainstream media confuses the situation. We're trying to help. Thank you, Prabhu, for following us recently. All right, so Bitcoin continues to maintain its 5,500 price point. Let's see what happens. That's it for me today, guys. Oh, I just saw the Avengers movie, Avengers Endgame. It was so good. You will not believe the ending of the Avengers movie. Do you want to know who dies?